They might bark, run, and protect their humans like any other dog, but some breeds are so unbelievably small you'd swear they came from a toy shelf. These dogs don't just fit in handbags or sit on laps. They vanish into blankets, hide inside shoes, and often get mistaken for stuffed animals by guests who don't realize they're actually alive. And wait until you see number one. It's so small it once got carried away in a sweater sleeve. Let's begin with the Japanese Chin, a dog that's been treasured in royal courts for centuries. It often weighs less than 10 pounds and walks with a proud, floating step that almost doesn't seem real. Its tiny size and dramatic coat make it look more like a plush ornament than a living creature. Despite its elegance, it's playful, quirky, and incredibly affectionate, like a dignified little clown who knows it looks too perfect to be ignored. Then there's the toy fox terrier. As the name suggests, it's built like a compact athlete but wrapped in a toy-sized frame. They rarely weigh more than 7 pounds and are known for their endless energy and love of attention. Despite being small enough to nap in a hoodie pocket, these dogs have big personalities and can be surprisingly vocal for their size. They don't want to be carried. They want to race, chase, and bark like they're 3 times bigger than they really are. The Russian Tsvetnaya Balanka is a rare breed you might not have heard of, but once you see one, you'll remember forever. Covered in thick, curly fur and usually weighing under 6 pounds, it looks like a mop with eyes. It was originally bred to live in small Russian apartments, which is why it's so calm and cuddly indoors. This is the kind of dog that can curl up on your keyboard and fall asleep mid-email, and somehow never get in trouble for it. The Affenpinscher is another that looks more like a collectible than a canine. With its scruffy beard and wide, curious eyes, it barely hits 9 pounds fully grown. It's often compared to a monkey or Ewok, and its bold, silly behavior only adds to the effect. People often forget it's a real breed and not a made-up dog from a movie. That's how unusual it looks in real life. It's full of energy, loves to play, and has no idea it's one of the smallest dogs in the world. Next is the Pomeranian, possibly the most famous tiny dog of all time. Weighing as little as 3 pounds, it's basically a walking puffball with eyes and an attitude. They're affectionate, sassy, and always look like they're up to something. Because of their thick coats and tiny legs, they often bounce more than they walk, giving them the appearance of a wind-up toy. But don't be fooled. Pomeranians are smart, alert, and sometimes a little too confident for their own good. Then there's the Yorkshire Terrier, better known as the Yorkie. These dogs can weigh just 4 pounds but act like they run the entire block. With silky coats and big expressive eyes, they have the look of a high-end doll and the spirit of a watchdog. Yorkies are often so small that new owners worry about stepping on them, and many are carried in purses, baby slings, or tucked into jackets on cold days. But make no mistake, these dogs are fearless, loyal, and full of fire. And finally, we reach the Chihuahua. This breed has held the title of world's smallest dog for years, and it's easy to see why. Some Chihuahuas weigh just 2 pounds, small enough to sit inside a teacup or hide under a baseball cap. They come in short and long-haired varieties and are fiercely loyal, often forming strong bonds with just one person. Despite their tiny size, they're known for being vocal, expressive, and occasionally dramatic, almost like they're overcompensating for how small they really are. And yes, there are stories of Chihuahuas being accidentally zipped inside bags or disappearing between couch cushions, which is why they're usually dressed in bright colors. Each of these dogs may be tiny, but their personalities, expressions, and presence are huge. They're not just cute, they're confident, expressive, and surprisingly independent for creatures that could fit in a cereal bowl. In a world full of giant breeds and protective dogs, these toy-sized pups remind us that being small doesn't mean being quiet or passive. Sometimes, the smallest dogs are the ones that steal the biggest share of your heart and your house. If you want more fascinating facts about extreme breeds, watch Top 7 Most Expensive Dog Breeds in 2025 to see which ones cost more than a car.